Alright, mining in progress. Claim the TLM. Get rid of this stupid captcha and find buses. If I never see another bus, I swear. Approve. Fetch and mine delay. Come on, baby. 0.4218 TLM. Every 15 minutes? So, if you've been playing Alien Worlds over the past few days, you'll probably realize since my last video that $20 a day isn't really possible anymore. Don't get me wrong, you can still get some money, but the price of TLM has dropped, and the number of players, or bots, that have pulled out of the game are no longer helping us generate the TLM that we were getting before. There's a bunch of graphs and stuff that actually show this. I'm not going to get into those because there's other videos and sources on the internet that you can find them. I'll leave some links in below if you want to check out the specifics, but it's a lot of boring stuff. For the sake of the video, just know that the mining pools are much lower because the bots got out. Okay, what we can do is we can optimize our builds, and we could use a few tricks to maximize our TLM output, or input I should say. So what we have right now is a build consisting of basic Trillium detectors and a localized attractor. Now, I realize a localized attractor is an epic and it's very, very expensive. I don't expect you to have this. You can easily use a third basic Trillium detector to get a good amount of TLM, but you would be negating your chances of getting any NFTs. So you'll probably want to use a spreadsheet to kind of figure out what's what. So I mentioned the spreadsheet to you. The manipulator that I'm using is a localized attractor. It's got a 6 TLM score and a 5 NFT luck. Specifically for what I'm doing, this works really well with a 450 charge rate. I mentioned the Power Saw. The Power Saw charge rate is even lower than that, and it's got a 6 TLM and 2%, well, and a 2 NFT luck. You could get a little bit more TLM if you went with gas rigged with a little bit more of a charge time, but the choice is yours. And these are relatively inexpensive on the market. So combining that with the land attributes that you think works good for your specific setup, I would definitely recommend a build like this if you wanted to focus on TLM while still having a chance to mine NFTs, which brings me to the next part of the video. All of these NFTs that you get, the chances of getting something epic or legendary are very, very small. Although if you do, it's super profitable, right? It's also super lucky. But what do you do with all the trash NFTs that you get? Like this guy over here, you'll recognize him pretty quick. These guys right here, the male human and the female human avatars that sell for 0.08 on the market, like 8 cents. Who's gonna buy some of these for 8 cents? Nobody. Not really, okay? So what I would suggest is using these NFTs that you farm up for staking. Kind of like you can stake TLM in the game, in the planets, to get more residual income. You can do that with a game called RPlanet. So this is a game all on its own. You don't have to play it though. You can stake your NFTs from Alien Worlds or any of these collections to get residual Aether or Ether, which is the currency that this game uses. Without having to play this game, you can actually go to the market and trade this for TLM or wax if you want. So if you go to the exchange, you can swap Aether for wax, like I was telling you. Now, I have 353 Aether. How much is that worth in wax? Let's find out. 353.8 is only worth a quarter of a wax. Not a whole bunch, but hear me out. It gets kind of juicy here. It's small numbers, but you could see the potential when we get there. Right now, from staking all the NFTs that I've gotten, my current profitability is this rate right here, which is 21.1 every hour. So in 7 minutes and 9 seconds, I'm gonna get another 21.1 Aether to add to this pool that I can claim. Every NFT that you stake from these available categories allow you to gain Aether per hour. So in Alien Worlds, for instance, we can go to more info here and you'll see that I have unstaked the tools that I showed you from before and one of these little male humans. Now, there's rates of Aether per hour that you get above them, and if you stake them, you increase how much Aether you get. So in staked, you can see that I have almost every NFT that I've ever farmed up, bought, or whatever, all from Alien Worlds that are all granting me little residual amounts of Aether. So every hour I'm getting paid 21 Aether based on all of these NFTs. The big ones don't pay that much in Alien Worlds either. 5 Aether now, which is, granted, it's a lot higher, but the money that you would spend if you would go to invest in one of these and you didn't play Alien Worlds just to get the Aether is probably not worth it. But anyway, let me show you the staking process. It's relatively easy. You connect your wallet, it finds your inventory, it stakes the component, and then once it's staked, it goes into your staked pool and it residually gives you the Aether. Not real hard concept. I don't know why it didn't accept here. Because it didn't give me the captcha. Cars, I should have known. I hate these captchas, y'all, with all of my soul and being. And they've gotten a lot worse since the bots, but hopefully they'll get a little bit better too, now that there's a lot of bots out of the system. So after you submit that, it'll disappear. You don't want to stake your tools that you're using, by the way, because you wouldn't be able to use them. You can unstake right away too. If I wanted to, I can go all the way down to the page and just unstake it, you know, and get it out just as easily. There's no fees to do that either. So anyway, you end up getting Aether per hour, and you go to the Alcor exchange to swap that Aether out for wax if you want to do it, or TLM. You can easily swap it out for TLM. To give you an example, 1 TLM, let's swap this out. 1 TLM equals 2,123 Aether. So it's not a whole bunch, right? But when you think about how much TLM you're getting per mine in 20 minutes, if you got enough NFTs, and you start staking all of them, you would be getting quite a bit of Aether. So it would improve your stats. Even though it's not dramatically, it would improve your overall accumulation rate, okay? So what I would suggest doing is taking a look at these exchanges on RPlanet and seeing what you might like to get into. There are other games that you can play to earn NFTs as well. You can buy NFTs to give yourself a little bit of a better rate. And you can actually play the game if you got enough of this Aether in order to go into it. There's elements for sale, and if you go to the shop, you'll see that they're quite expensive to start crafting and stuff, but it's just something to go for. If we went to the staking again, and I'll show you what I was looking at. I'm currently messing around with Cola Box, which is a little like pet game, almost like Digimon or Pokemon or something like that. It's quite dumbed down, but there's a few other games to look at too. And some collectibles that I was looking at is F Legends, which by my calculations have some of the highest turnouts that we have available. And I don't have anything staked here because I haven't bought any, but I may do that using some of the wax that I earned from Alien Worlds to generate more passive income. If I went to the Cola Box that I showed you before, I do have a few Cola Box staked, and you can get prizes based on doing activities with your pets like breeding or going on adventures with them, and they will grant you these. And you can see some of the rates for the epics and the rares are much better. Even the commons give me 0.08 versus 0.03 from Alien Worlds. So something to look into. I hope this helps you maximize. I hope when you're mining that you find some epics or legendaries, guys. And I hope to see you in the Discord, where we've been discussing a lot more Alien Worlds and more crypto games like this, as well as all the other stuff like food porn and memes. So come on by, guys. Thanks so much for watching. As always, this is Zueljin signing off, and we'll see you next time.